Good morning, YouTube. I am out at the farm today. Rhonda's in the camper studying for her master's degree, and while she's reading all that interesting textual experience, I am out here working on our chicken coop. If you remember the last episode, we were cutting 2x4s, and I've got those all over on a trailer. I'll show those to you in a few minutes here. But right now I'm at the chicken coop here. I've got to put on these rafters, and I'm just using actual 2x4s for the rafters here. So 24 inches on center, and you can see I got 3 up now. This over here, each one of these is going to have to be custom cut, just because that board right there is at an angle coming towards us to the right. So this here is all pretty straight. I did not have a laser level, and I didn't stretch a string or anything when I put these 4x4 posts in. Or are they 4x4? I think they're 6x6. No, they're 4x4 posts in. So but what I did was I just kind of eyeballed them. I think I'm pretty close. I mean, at least these first 3 are really close. The 4th one down, that's in a little bit, and obviously the last one is, but that's just because of those trees down there, which I am going to actually fell that way. But anyway, got my tools out, got all set up early Sunday morning. Got my Hitachi air framing nailer, bought a brand new, love this thing. Couldn't do all this construction that I'm going to do without this thing. This thing is amazing. Also got the compound sliding power miter saw and the stand that my wife made me get. It was on sale at Home Depot, and she's like, you've been wanting that for a long time, go ahead and get it, you're gonna need it to build the farm. So we got that. Get my air hose, got my Porter cable compressor for the air gun, got my circular saw, and then I've also got my generator here. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to start marking off every 24 all along here. And then I'm going to come over here and mark off every 24 all along here. And I'm going to get all these in. So that's the plan today. There'll be plenty of room for them to run around in when I'm not here. Right now I've got them all stuffed into the rooster coop. There's no roosters in there. Unfortunately, a bobcat got in there. He managed to be able to peel the roof back, and he got in there, and he slaughtered those 2 roosters. So I really was upset about that. So I fortified that thing like you would not believe, so no bobcat's going to get in there now. And I've got my hens in there right now until I finish this. So I got to get this going. I'm going to fire up this generator. My brother-in-law gave this to me. He said he wanted to buy a new one for his camper, so he just left this down here when they came down here to boondock one time. And it's loud, but it works. And I just put on a brand new pull starter on it. I don't know if you can see it here. I'll move my ladder. I just put on this new pull starter because the cord broke on the old one, so I found this off of Amazon, so it works good. Anyway, gonna get started. I'll try and let you actually see some of the work I'm doing. I know most of my videos I don't, and it's just because it's just me, and my wife's usually not here. I'll see if I can get her to take a break in her studies today to come out here and help me out a little bit. All right, up here on the short side of the hen house, and I'm just marking off lines every 24 inches here, just so that I have a good center point for where I'm going to put these rafters. Let's put a little mark on top. Then I just measure over another 24. Get that lined up there. Come back over here. Temperature right now is like right around probably like 45 degrees, 40 degrees. No wind. To me, this is perfect for working outside. Absolutely perfect. So something that I noticed while I was my rafter marks up here, I need 17 more rafters just to do this side. That's not counting that side over there. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm not worried about that right now. Right now I'm worried about this. But I noticed while I was over here, these are some girts that I had already put up. And I noticed these like little wormholes. in here from when they were a log and they were just sitting over there on the ground. And I just want to make sure they're strong enough. This rigidity that you see right here, that'll get strengthened once I put this up here. That I'm not worried about that. But I noticed that this one here, there's a hole going all the way through there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I just came over here and just for the heck of it, I went like this. Look at that. That's all rotted. So this board here, I'm pulling out. Just gonna pull that one out. I'm not gonna use that. I'll cut a new board for there. And I'll be able to use the rest of the 2x4 that is still good. But that was no good. Let's see here. Let's see if I throw this up here. Pardon. Working with one hand here. I don't know how well you can see that. See how that's all wet in there? It's kind of like wet and all chewed up. See that crumbling up like that? Some kind of worm got in there and chewed it all up. If any of you know what it was, let me know in the comments below. Here's the other piece in here. And I don't know if the culprit's still in there or not. But see how this whole big piece of wood right here looks wet coming all the way down in here? There's that wormhole that I saw going right through the wood right there. And this here is all kind of crumbly. I mean, it's just crumbling under my thumb pressure. So anyway, I yanked that sucker out. Maybe some of the board's still good, but certainly not all of it. So I'll replace this girt right here. I can do that now while I'm out here, and we'll get that taken care of and continue moving on. I'm going to bring 17 rafters over here, get them all lined up top. And then I'll bring something over here to fill in this girt right here too. Okay, quick update. So we had a little delay. I couldn't get the big generator started, so we went ahead and went to Tractor Supply, got a new spark plug. Still won't start. Might be a fuel problem. We'll see. Air filter problem maybe. I didn't know what size to get. But I came back and I'm just using my small little generator, one of my 2 small little generators. And I got all these roof rafters up here now. Some of them are laying on their sides, but most of them are standing up on edge. And I'm going to come through here and I'm going to mark out where my bird's mouths are going to be. I can't just do one and then cut them all and then put them up one time. I wish I would have done it the right way. I did it the wrong way. So because of that, each one is pretty much custom. So I'll slide it from this end up here. I'll slide it as far to the left as I can to where it's just hanging on there, and then I'll make my cut for that angle. I'll draw my line up there and everything, make my cut so it nails in just like these 3 down here, right there. So it nails in there, okay? So I'll do that. Then I'll come over and I'll mark my markings like I did here. I don't know how well you can see this for these birds' mouths here, and then I'll do that to every single one of these. It's gonna be a little time consuming because I didn't draw a straight line for my posts, so the distances aren't always the same. So, but anyway, this will kind of give you an idea how big this thing's gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be boxed in too, or screened in for the most part. We'll have a little doorway right over here, but this will be the new hen house. And then the other one, I think, is what we'll use to raise either bobwhite quail or pheasant. We'll raise those in there. So long story short, here we are right now. I'm gonna start marking these rafters and bringing them down one at a time so that I can cut them and get them nailed in. Okay, so we got that one up and that one up now. 2 of them up there, those are cut. Got the bird's mouths cut down over here. Got them all nailed in now. So these are all good to go. I'm working on this one right over here now, which is this 3rd one in. So I've got down on this end, I just cut this with my circular saw right there. And then down on this end, I've cut in with my circular saw, but I got to finish with this little, I think it's a crosscut saw. I went to try and buy some old-fashioned woodworking tools, and they don't label them rip saws or crosscut saws anymore. I guess I could have Googled like how many teeth per inch for a crosscut saw, how many teeth per inch for a rip saw. I didn't do that. So, but anyway, this little saw that I bought to do some trim work at my mom and dad's is working fine, although my little is sliding off of here. So, just finishing it off like this. All right, there's that. Come in like this. Trying to record and saw at the same time. Not an easy task. Okay, I think I'm pretty much through there. There we go. All right, just gotta clean this out just a little bit so it sits down there good and tight. Okay, that's good. So now I'm gonna put this one up. Close. Once I get it up there, I just kind of muscle it up the ladder like this. The little GoPro in my hand, and I don't set it all the way down on the bird's mouth here, because if I do, that end will fall off because I've got that cut to go flush up against there. So I set it about like this. Here's the center mark right here. Get it close, because then I'm just gonna slide. I'm gonna slide this board this way so that when I'm holding that end right there, this bird's mouth will fall down like it's supposed to on there. So I'll go back over here. Let me see if I can angle you guys so you could see this. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. Might be better if I brought you over here. Let's just see it over here. Let's see if that'll work. Trying to aim it for you. side too. I didn't. Thought I could. Alright. I'll come back over here. And get this one nailed in. Here. Bring you up here with me. Up the ladder we go. So it's nailed in right here. We can let's see here. Let me step over this hose here. Get this. That. Get this. Like that. Alright, and I guess I could go one up underneath here. Let's see here. That's good. Yeah, that'll be good right there. So it's all adding rigidity to this. 3 nails in there holding that all in. Now it's time to pull this one down. Do the same thing to these, and then I got all these others to do. So 15 more to go. All custom cut. So I can't do all of them at once. Custom cuts because this board right here is at an angle. So I'll have to use the compound and cut those. But anyway, those will sit right there, and then I got that up there. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this side here. If you can see right here, if I line that rafter up there, it doesn't tie, it's off from what the side is right here. So I gotta figure that all out, how I'm gonna do this very end down here. But I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. This is probably about right here, probably about 10 feet, 9 feet for sure, 10 feet maybe, I don't know. And then down over here, if I stand right here, I'm 5'6", so you can see how far I'm reaching. It's probably about 6.5 feet. I don't know. So I'll be honest with you, some of these are really heavy because they're wet.